Hey, this is 6 Volt Von Doom's Lab. This is a technical support video. Since Hook of the Reaper does not have any technical support, I did the other option of doing videos going over the major problems that I've seen with Hook of the Reaper. So then I can send people to the video or to the technical support section of the website or to the video. So this video is going to go over, can you change action for Command X problem with Hook of the Reaper. This is where the user wants to change what happened for a certain command. Usually like recoil, damage, reload, shake, death, or anything else. They would like a change. Right now, there is an option. The only option I have right now for each particular light gun, when you save it, it becomes its own light gun, is for reload. Then, so you can have reload. Then, if it has an LED, you can just do reload with no shake, but with a LED, or you can have nothing. So it's three options depending on what you have. But so I do want to do that for damage, shake, and death. But it's kind of, I had bigger things to do right now. It's kind of a low concern because users can modify their light guns HOR file. So this is a little different. When you change the light guns HOR file, you change it for every instance of that light gun. But for when I do it, like kind of what I do for the reload, it's actually for that one particular light gun. So you can have the same light gun. Say you have like the Reaper. So one Reaper can have no reload stuff going on, and the other Reaper can have it vibrate when it reloads. But if you change the light gun's HOR file, that can changes everything for all the Reapers. But because a person can do that modification, I always kind of put it on low priority. And some people kind of, right now there's no really documentation about it, but most people know. They kind of go through all the directories and figure out how Hook of the Reaper works and figure out, oh, there's all these files with all these light guns. Then they open it up and it has all the commands with it, with the actions right next to it. So it's pretty easy to figure out, so I didn't really worry about it too much. So let's go figure out kind of where these are. So here is installation of Hook of the Reaper version 1.2.1. So as you can see here up top, you have data. You open the data and you'll start seeing all these HOR files. You have the Alien USB gun, which is the Alien light gun. Blamcom, which is all the Blamcom light guns. The Fusion light gun, this is the gun for IR. The MX24 Open Fire, RS3 Reaper, Sinden, Xenos, and X Gunner. So you can see everything here. So to do that, you can easily modify the things inside those files to change the actions for those commands. So what if you just want to erase something? Okay, we can do that. So let's just load up the Reaper. So you can see here, you have recoil, right? You have reload with no rumble, and that's kind of with the settings and all that. And that's if kind of doing stuff with the LEDs. That's why it doesn't have no rumble. Then you have shake, and the death value is down here. So if you wanted to get rid of shake, you didn't like shake, you want to get rid of it, you just go, boom, like that's it. Then you save the file. It's probably good to make a backup if you want to. You can always re-download the full release of Hook of the Reaper, then just unzip the file that you wanted if you want to. But if you that's how but if you want to change it, that's how easily you can change it. And you can do like the same thing for like the depth value. Then another good thing is this is just, removing it. If you want to change the actions, you have to know your light guns commands. So you have to know how they work and how to put it in here. And that's a little different. So if you do want to change it, you have to know kind of what you're doing. And you can cause damage to your light gun, easily. So if I come down here to shake, instead of like ZZ, if I put like Z0, which is the holdback command, so anytime it would shake, it would just hold back the slide and probably end up damaging the light gun. So you can definitely easily damage your light gun when you modify these things. So I'm just letting you know. It's like if you modify it, you could cause damage because I go in and check everything to make sure things are working. But if you change it and modify it, then there's no thing. But if you, just erase all of it, nothing's going to happen. So there's not really that much, worry of damage is going to happen. So I'm going to just back out of all the changes. So that's how you change and modify the HOTR file uh, for it. So there's one other thing I want to go over. So for the MX24 and the Sinden light guns, they have player 1 and player 2. So if I open MX24, you can see up here player 1 and player 2, and they have kind of different commands. And you can figure out why when you read the manual. So when you change these, you have to understand how this flow goes. You can just copy how it goes. It goes player 1 space command, then the pipe, then you go player 2 space the command. And that's pretty much easy to do. Then the Sinden is pretty much the same way. It's a little different because I put longer things in here, but you can see when you put longer stuff in there, you can see here player 1 is here, the pipe is here, then player 2 is there. Then these are all the commands that go with it, or the commands for the light gun, or the actions that will happen on the light gun. So those are the only kind of two weird ones, are the MX24 and the Sinden. All the other ones are you're going to just have commands like that for one light gun. And that's just because of how the MX24 and Sinden light gun work. But that's pretty much it. Thanks. Bye.